Alright everybody, WWE Payback is now over and we're setting up for WWE's Monday Night Raw. This is the Monday Night Raw preview for May 2nd, 2016. Where now Shane and Stephanie share control of Monday Night Raw. I can honestly say that I'm not a fan of this. This decision does not make any sense to me. Easily, in my mind, I would have loved to see Shane still be in control of Monday Night Raw, with Vince basically saying that Shane did create a lot of buzz. He did bring a lot of pop culture references, and I think that his PowerPoint display of this at the pay-per-view was a lot better than Stephanie's vote for me speech. That didn't make any sense, that she would wait a whole week in order to give this speech at the pay-per-view live on pay-per-view and waste time that people don't care about this, when easily she could have gone to Vince and done this at the office any day. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. She could have done this at any time, but instead she went on and on about all the things the Authority brought to the table, even trying to put over the fact that she and Triple H were the reason for Roman Reigns' success in WWE. When, if you can go back to last year, around SummerSlam time, the Authority did nothing but try and tear this guy down and make sure that he did not reach the peak of becoming champion, only to lose the championship to this man at WrestleMania, on the biggest stage of them all. Definitely, Stephanie bringing up the fact that Shane didn't even win his match at WrestleMania. He didn't beat Undertaker. That's a great point. That's a great thing to bring to the table. But Vince just sort of glossed it over, like, hey, I set him up to lose. That way I can bring him back up. But these two trying to work together, as is going to be huge oil and water. They're not going to come together. It's not going to make sense. It's going to be like when Eric Bischoff was in charge of Monday Night Raw and Stone Cold Steve Austin was brought in to sort of work with him. They're not going to work together. They're only going to hate each other. It's not going to make them stronger. It's not going to bring them together as a brother and sister team. I don't know if maybe they're going towards something of maybe like 2001, where maybe they will try and find a way to work together. But it just would have made a whole lot more sense if they would have put Shane in charge, and then Stephanie and Triple H would be trying to crush Shane McMahon from the outside by bringing in Finn Balor, by making sure his shows did not go off fully as expected. Maybe put Stephanie in charge of Raw, and Shane in charge of SmackDown, or the opposite, or something like that. And they try to compete against each other that way with two different brands, trying to make one show better than the other. And then maybe, Stephanie could be signing people like Dolph Ziggler to exclusive contracts to wrestle on her show, taking them away, much like when she took Brock Lesnar away from Eric Bischoff, all the way back in, what year was that? 2002, I guess. But I don't know. I'm not really excited about this Shane and Stephanie coexisting, running Monday Night Raw together. I don't know where this could really go. Roman Reigns kept his championship at Payback tonight. It was already said before the pay-per-view went off the air. These two were going to have a rematch, an Extreme Rules match at Extreme Rules. So we can look forward to that being there in the foreseeable future. That, in my mind, is going to sort of put the big X on the debut of Finn Balor anytime soon. I'm guessing we're going to have to wait the whole month waiting for Extreme Rules to come up. Styles and Reigns, I'm guessing we're going to have a six-man on Raw as the main event. I'm guessing it's going to be AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson going up against Roman Reigns and the Usos. That would be the main event that I could really see them making. It's not going to be a blow-away match that I think people are going to be really excited for, but I think that is a main event that could pop up. From here, we talk about Natalya and the Chicago Screwjob that happened. I'm guessing that Natalya is going to be getting a rematch against Charlotte. She beat the hell out of her. It was a damn good match. Natalya looked like she had the upper hand. At no time did I ever think that Charlotte was going to lose. I thought that they were just making Natalya look really strong. But I guess we're going to go another month with this before we lean towards Sasha Banks versus Charlotte somewhere around SummerSlam. I still don't think Natalya has a chance of winning the Divas Championship. So it's a placeholder. It is what it is. And I know they wanted to give Bret his moment coming back as a cancer survivor and everything, but he didn't really want to be there. He didn't really add anything to the whole deal, so I don't know. It just, from there we go to them, questioning who will be the next to challenge The Miz. Honestly, The Miz got a win over Cesaro at Payback tonight because of Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens fighting on the outside. Miz did tap out to Cesaro, but the referee was not paying attention. It looks like this is going to be a fatal four-way. It looks like it's going to be a four-way at Extreme Rules. Miz having to overcome the odds of beating all of these guys. Honestly, in my mind, I don't think The Miz is going to hold the championship after this next month. I think he's going to hold it until Extreme Rules, and I think the odds are going to be too stacked against him with this packed match with Cesaro as well as Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. In my mind, Cesaro or Kevin Owens, put the championship on them. I think they would be great champions. Cesaro coming back, being a real wrestler's wrestler, not really having a big angle behind the match, just a challenge between him and The Miz, made the match feel kind of special. From there, we'll lean towards who's next, or what's next for the tag team division. We did have a number one contenders match that did not have a finish tonight, with Enzo Amore being carted off with scares of him being paralyzed, with him being severely injured. It turns out that shortly after Payback went off the air, he was released from the hospital, only with a concussion. So who knows how long he will be on the sidelines. Honestly, with a concussion protocol in WWE having to pass the, what's the name of that test that they take? I can't remember the name of the test, but he has to, the impact test, because you have to think it's TNA. Much like with the whole CM Punk storyline of, his chain of events in his podcast where he went after the doctors of WWE and everything like that. But Enzo, I'm guessing, is not going to be able to wrestle on Monday. I would think they're going to want him to sit on the sideline as long as possible. With him being a new star, debuting in WWE, you're not going to want to rush this guy back. You don't want to, concussion on top of concussion. Let this guy sit out, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, as long as it takes for him to get better. Because honestly, they did have their debut. They are one of the hottest teams, but they have a chemistry with the audience that they're not going to lose. So let these guys get healthy. Just basically let the vaudevillains, go right to go, like they're paying Monopoly. Put them up against the New Day and see where we go from there. So that is the Raw 5-point preview. I believe it's going to be for the May 2nd Raw, if that makes sense. And it's going to be coming to you live from St. Louis, Missouri at the Scottsdale Center. So we'll see you guys tomorrow night on Raw, and I'll see you guys down the road.